Sheets are like dunes, shifted deep in the night, left in the wake of the receding light. The house is an inlet, protected and deep, where the secrets of yesterday go to sleep. I move through the hallway, a slow motion swell, breaking the silence of the midnight spell. The kitchen is waiting, a shoreline of stone, where the first seeds of morning are quietly sown. No crashing of waves, no roar of the sea, just the pull of the kettle calling to me. A steady receding of shadows and doubt as the tide of the darkness starts rolling out. It's low tide breathing, easy and slow, watching the level of the coffee go low. A soft rhythmic hollow in the chest of the day, before the high water carries us away. In the pool of the ceramic, the drift of the cream, we're caught in the shallows of a waking dream. Just a moment of stillness, a moment of feeling the low tide breathing, gentle and healing. I watch the dark liquid settle in the glass, like tide pools reflecting the clouds as they pass. The steam is a mist on a salt-crusted pier, making the edges of the room disappear. I'm anchored in wool and a heavy-rimmed cup, waiting for the sun to pull the world up. But for now it's just air moving soft through the lungs, and the bittersweet taste on the tip of our tongues. The rush will come back with the turn of the clock. The sirens will echo, the city will rock. But here in the basin the water is still, and we've got a promise we've yet to fulfill. It's low tide breathing, easy and slow, watching the level of the coffee go low. A soft ribbing hollow in the chest of the day, before the high water carries us away. In the pool of the ceramic, the drift of the cream, we're caught in the shallows of a waking dream. Just a moment of stillness, a moment of feeling the low tide breathing, gentle and healing. The tide's coming in, I can hear the front door, but I'll keep this quiet for a minute more. Just slow tide breathing, the world on pause, before we're swept back to the way it was. The light is bruised, a violet shade of gray, crawling round the corners where the shadows like to stay. I'm moving like a ghost through the hallway's hollow chest, leaving all the sharp words in the pillow for rest. The kitchen tile is cold, but the kettle's starting to breathe. A slow white whisper that's begging me not to leave. Don't turn the lamp on, the glare's a little too unkind. I'm leaving the jagged parts of yesterday behind. I just wanna blur, I just wanna fade into the velvet safety that the morning made. Give me soft edges, only let the world stay out of focus. The magic in the steam, the quiet hocus pocus of the black turning honey as I pour the heavy cream. A haunting little luxury, a waking kind of dream. No serrated moments, no glass on the floor, just the curve of the mug and the silence behind the door. Keep it soft before the light gets brave. My fingers trace the rim, a circle with no end. In the steam I see the faces of every broken friend. The bitter and the sweet, they're dancing in the cup. The only kind of gravity that's pulling me back up. I take a sip and feel the strings start to swell inside. A symphony of solitude, crest thumbing enough to hide. Oh, the day is a blade, it's waiting to cut, but the blinds are still drawn and the windows are shut. Let the violins ache, let the bass line moan. I'm a queen on a throne made of porcelain and bone. For one fleeting second the edges are gone. I'm the only thing breathing in the lungs of the dawn. It's waiting to cut, but the blinds are still drawn and the windows are shut. Let the violins ache, let the bass line moan. I'm a queen on a throne made of porcelain and bone. For one fleeting second the edges are gone. I'm the only thing breathing in the lungs of the door. The heat is fading now, the sun is sharpening the trees. The world is coming back in ones and twos and threes. But I had the blur, yeah, I had the softest part. Soft edges, soft edges.
The sun is just a suggestion behind the heavy drapes. The room is full of shadows and soft, familiar shapes. I'm tangled in the linen, a knot of velvet sleep, while the secrets of the pillows are secrets I can keep. But the kitchen starts to whisper a low and hummed refrain, calling me to again. I slide beneath the covers, feel the friction and the spark. A little bit of lightning left over from the dark. The duvet is holding on to the ghost of all your warmth as I point my tired compass towards the kitchen north. There's static in the silk, crackle in the air. The morning's moving fingers through my messy tangled hair. The coffee starts to rumble, a deep and earthy bass, while the sheets are still a map across my resting face. Between the heavy thread count and the bittersweet brew, I'm caught in the static, just waiting for you. I'm shuffling in wool socks across the wooden floor, leaving all the pressure on the other side of the door. The ceramic is a grounding wire, steady in my grip as the first electric shiver meets the first morning sip. The air is thick with hazelnut and the hum of the machine, the softest kind of energy that I have ever seen. It's the snap of the blanket, the click of the cup, the way the world soft focuses before it's fully up. A charge in the quiet, a glow in the gray, the beautiful friction of starting the day. There's static in the silk, a crackle in the air. The morning's moving fingers through my messy tangled hair. The coffee starts to rumble, a deep and earthy bass, while the sheets are still a map across my resting face. Between the heavy thread count and the bittersweet brew, I'm caught in the static, just waiting for you. So let the blankets linger, let the sparks fly soft and low. We've got nowhere to be and we've got nowhere to go. Just static in the silk and a cup of gold, a little bit of magic for the day to hold. Is a canvas for the winter's gray. The sun's just a ghost at the edge of the day. I'm leaning on the counter while the water starts to boil, escaping the gears and the daily toil. I bring them up close, feel the heat hit my skin, and that's when the cursive starts to begin. A ghostly calligraphy rising in white, vanishing slowly in the morning light. Letters made of mist, dancing on the air, telling me the secrets that are hidden there. It's steam riding, drifting from the rim, faded little memories flickering and dim. It spells out slow down and it whispers stay, before the wind can carry the message away. A poem in the vapor, a story in the blur, the softest conversation that there ever were. A phantom heart with a fingertip,
taking my time with every single sip. The steam draws a map of the places we've been, of the quietest rooms and the peace we found in. It doesn't need ink and it doesn't need a pen to tell me that I'm finally home again. It swirls in a circle, it loops in a vine, crossing the border of your world and mine. A temporary language, a short-lived art, writing out the rhythms of a waking heart. It's steam riding, drifting from the rim, faded little memories flickering and dim. It spells out slow down and it whispers stay, before the wind can carry the message away. A poem in the vapor, a story in the blur, the softest conversation that there ever were. Now the cup is empty and the glass is clear, but I read every word that was written here. Just steam riding, gone in a breath, but I'll keep the message until the sun sets. Chasing silver shadows from a quiet room. The floorboards creak beneath a slow barefoot stride, while the world stays frozen in the frost outside. I reach for the ceramic, cool against my palm, tracing every hairline crack, leaning into calm. Now we're steeped in seconds, letting time just spill, while the steam starts rising and the house grows still. No rush for the rhythm, no race for the light, just the dark rose blooming, washing out the night. In the amber glow, where the quiet stays, kettle starts to whistle, a soft and steady sigh. Clouds of gold are breaking in the corner of my eye. I watch the press go down, the ritual is slow, measuring the moments in a steady rhythm and flow. The kitchen's thick with hazelnut and a hint of rain, a gentle kind of magic settling in the grain. The clock on the wall is just a ghost in the hall. Here in this kitchen we don't feel it at all, just the heat through the handle, the swirl of the cream, the blurry soft edges of a waking dream. Yeah, we're steeped in seconds, letting time just spill, while the steam starts rising and the house grows still. No rush for the rhythm, no race for the light, just a dark rose blooming, washing out the night. In the amber glow, where the quiet stays, finding forever in these caffeinated days. One more sip before the day begins, before the noise of the city trickles in. Just me and the porcelain and the morning air, steeped in seconds, we're already there.
golden white thread tied to the pillows and the edge of the bed. The sunrise is snagged on the branches of pine while I'm looking for the end of a long jagged line. The kitchen is a spindle, the kettle is a core. As I leave a trail of shadows on the hardwood floor, I reach for the canister, hear the beans chime, getting ready to unravel a segment of time. The world is a sweater that's come undone, waiting for the stitches of the rising sun. But before I start mending, before I start the loom, I'm letting the fragrance fill up the room. And I'm unspooling the day, one sip at a time, letting the rhythm and the morning light rhyme, watching the steam turn to ribbons of silk, swirling in galaxies of honey and milk. No knots in the minutes, no tension to hold, just a long steady thread of caffeinated gold. Take it slow, let the worries fray away while I'm busy unspooling the day. The headlines are waiting, the inbox is full, but right now I'm wrapped in a blanket of wool. I watch the dark liquid pour out in a stream, connecting the dots of a half-forgotten dream. 1 inch for the quiet, 2 feet for the soul, watching the fragmented pieces turn whole. The clock is just a bobbin spinning way too fast, so I'm making this first hour finally last. It's a delicate fiber, it's a fragile design, the way that the stillness and the movement align. Just a gentle release, just a loosening grip, finding the peace in every slow, steady drip. Yeah, I'm unspooling the day, one sip at a time, letting the rhythm and the morning light rhyme, watching the steam turn to ribbons of silk, swirling in galaxies of honey and milk. No knots in the minutes, no tension to hold, just a long steady thread of caffeinated gold. Take it slow, let the worries fray away while I'm busy unspooling the day. The thread's getting longer, the sun's getting high, but I've got a handle on the morning sky. Just unspooling, letting it run beneath the soft warmth of the winter sun. The window's a veil of October gray, keeping the rush of the world at bay. I'm curled in the corner of a velvet chair, with the scent of the morning in my hair. The glass is cold, but the mug is a fire, lifting my spirit just a little bit higher. And right where the warmth meets the chill of the pain, a little bit of magic starts to break the strain. The mist starts to gather, a silvery shroud, like the kitchen is floating on a caffeine cloud. I reach out a finger, I don't have to start to see what's forming in the center part. I'm drawing a condensation heart on the glass, watching the cars and the commuters pass, a temporary symbol of the peace I've found, while the kettle hums a low and steady sound. It'll drip, it'll fade, it'll blur into the light, but it's keeping the morning cozy and bright. Just a hazy little shape, a beat apart, living in the center of my condensation heart. The steam from the French press is a ghost in the air, finding the places where the glass is bare. I trace the curve of a love that's quiet and deep, while the rest of the neighborhood is still asleep. The coffee is velvet, the blanket is wool, the emptiness in me is finally full. One little doodle on a foggy window frame reminds me that the morning doesn't have to be a game. The world is a blur of greens and blues, but inside the circle I've got nothing to lose. It doesn't need to stay, it doesn't need to last. It's just a soft hello to the day as it passed. I'm drawing a condensation heart on the glass, watching the cars and the computers pass, a temporary symbol of the peace I found, while the kettle hums a low and steady sound. It'll drip, it'll fade, it'll blur into the light, but it's keeping the morning cozy and bright. Just a hazy little shape, a beat apart, living in the center of my condensation heart. Glass is clear where the warmth once kissed. The heart has vanished, turned into a bead, but I've got all the comfort that I'll ever need. Just a condensation heart, a beautiful start. Condensation droplets act as slow and steady guides. I've built a little ecosystem on my drafting tabletop, where the noise of the commuters and the sirens finally stop. The soil is rich and dark, a foundation for the mind, leaving every shallow thought and frantic urge behind. I'm peering through the curvature, looking for the light, adjusting my focus until the spectrum feels just right. There's a hum in the humidity, a frequency of growth, a silent pact of patience, a deep and leafy oath. The outside world is frantic, but inside this little sphere, the path to understanding is becoming crystal clear. I'm playing Terrarium Tunes, humming in the glass, watching all the shadows of the distracts pass. It's a self-contained logic, a garden in the mind, where the answers to the questions are the easiest to find. No wind to blow the pages, no dust to cloud the eye, just a steady evolution beneath the kitchen sky, in the greenlit sanctuary, in the quiet and the lo-fi. I'm living in the rhythm of the Terrarium Tunes. The ink is like the ivy, climbing up the white space wall. I'm mapping out the systems, I'm standing very tall. The coffee is a fossil, cold inside the cup, but I don't need the caffeine to keep my spirit up. I'm studying the moss, the way it clings to every stone, finding the architecture of a logic all my own. The deeper that I dive into the miniature and deep, the more I find the clarity the rest of the world can't keep. It's a closed loop system, a cycle of the soul, where the fragments of the data start to turn into a whole. Just a breath upon the glass, a vapor in the air, and the blueprint of the universe is waiting for me there. I'm playing Terrarium Tunes, humming in the glass, watching all the shadows of the distracts pass. It's a self-contained logic, a garden in the mind, where the answers to the questions are the easiest to find. No wind to blow the pages, no dust to cloud the eye, just a steady evolution
kitchen sky, in the greenlit sanctuary, in the quiet and the lo-fi. I'm living in the rhythm of the Terrarium Tunes. The light is fading soft, the plants are breathing deep. I found a secret garden that I'm gonna always keep. Just the glass and the ivy, and the resonance it brings. Listen to the music of how the focus sings. Blue light is bleeding through the gaps in the blind, leaving the weight of the work week behind. The air in the hallway is heavy and cold, but the kitchen is waking in copper and gold. I reach for the beams, hear the rattle of glass, waiting for the shadows of the night to pass. There's a tension in the silence, a static in the air before the water hits the ground and takes us there. A chemical reaction, a sudden sharp release, the opening ceremony of a moment's peace. It's the first pour phenomenon, the bloom in the bowl, the way the first fragrance takes hold of the soul. A dark swirling galaxy inside of a cup, the only thing quiet enough to wake me up. Before the world gets loud, before the day gets gone, I'm caught in the magic of the first pour phenomenon. Watch the surface tension start to ripple and rise, reflecting the sleep that's still deep in my eyes. The first drop is liquid, the second is smoke. The spell of the slumber finally broke. No need for a map, no need for a phone, just the steam and the safety of being alone. It's not just the caffeine, it's not just the heat, it's the 5-minute promise that makes life sweet. The bridge between the pillow and the shoes by the door, the grace that I find in the gravity's pour. It's the first pour phenomenon, the bloom in the bowl, the way the first fragrance takes hold of the soul. A dark swirling galaxy inside of a cup, the only thing quiet enough to wake me up. Before the world gets loud, before the day gets gone, I'm caught in the magic of the first pour phenomenon. The kettle settles down, the first sip hits the tongue. The day is still a secret and the morning is young. Just a pour, a simple phenomenon. kitchen, I'm finally alone. The weight of the ceiling, the pull of the floor, don't feel like a burden or a debt anymore. I watch as the water begins its descent, a silver trajectory perfectly meant to find every grain in the bottomless black and bring the first light of the morning back. The stars have all settled, the moon's gone to bed, the gravity's working on my heavy head, but it's not a pressure and it's not a demand, it's just the earth reaching to take my hand. It's gravity's gentle hand guiding the pour, bringing the peace to the kitchen floor. The way the cream sinks then begins to rise, like the slow motion waking of tired eyes. Everything's grounded, everything's deep, falling away from the edges of sleep. In the weight of the mug I finally stand, held in the grip of gravity's gentle hand. The spoon finds the center, a slow circling grace, tracing the shadows of time on my face. I lean on the counter, let my shoulders drop low, watching the steam as it decides where to go. The clock on the wall has a heavy old tick, but the pulse of the morning is steady and thick. I'm anchored by ceramic, I'm tethered by heat, while the city starts moving on the soles of its feet. It keeps the rain falling, it keeps the world round, it keeps my 2 feet on this holy ground, and it keeps this moment from drifting away, holding me here at the start of the day. It's gravity's gentle hand guiding the pour, bringing the peace to the kitchen floor. The way the cream sinks then begins to rise, like the slow motion waking of tired eyes. Everything's grounded, everything's deep, falling away from the edges of sleep. In the weight of the mug I finally stand, held in the grip of gravity's gentle hand. I'm not drifting off, I'm not floating free, I'm right where the universe wants me to be, in a high back chair with a cup in my palm, gravity's hand keeping me calm. Of a heavy ceramic mug being set firmly on a wooden table. The ceiling is a window to a world of liquid gray, a million silver travelers on a downward getaway. They're tapping out a code upon the slanted tempered glass, while I'm watching years of theories and the ancient data pass. I've got my textbooks open like a map across the floor, and for the first time in a long time I don't look for the door. The room is like a lighthouse in a sea of heavy mist, holding on to secrets that the storm has never kissed. Every drop is a percussion, a beat to keep the pace, as I'm chasing down the logic in this hollowed out space. The rhythm is a tether, the friction is a song. This is where the quiet and the heavy thoughts belong. It's the rain on the skylight, a staccato for the mind, leaving all the static and the chatter far behind. A million tiny hammers forging in the dark, turning every cold fan to a living, breathing spark. I'm diving in the deep, against the monochrome. Building up a sanctuary, building up a home. In the architecture of the soul, the blueprints of the brain, there's a clarity that only comes with the falling of the rain. The coffee's just a memory, the clock is just a ghost. I'm traveling the furthest when I'm staying in the most. No horizon in the distance, just the water and the ink, giving me the permission, and in the room I need to think. Let the sky fall down, let the clouds come near. The louder that it gets, the more I finally hear. It's a natural white noise, a symphony of white, washing out the world and making everything feel right. It's the rain on the skylight, a staccato for the mind, leaving all the static and the chatter far behind. A million tiny hammers forging focus in the dark, turning every cold fact to a living, breathing spark. I'm diving in the deep end, I'm swimming through the lines, while the weather and the wisdom so perfectly align. Underneath the glass where the light is turning blue, in the rain on the skylight, I'm seeing something new. Drip, drop, the rhythm starts to slow, but I've got the momentum and I've got nowhere to go. Just the skylight and the resonance it brings. Listen to the music of how the focus sings. Swings on a sleepy hinge. The dawn is a brushstroke, a violet fringe. I reach past the glasses, the tall and the cold, to the one with the handle, a story untold. It's been waiting in darkness, chilled by the night, ready to carry its share of the light. I set it down soft on the coaster's edge, a silent companion on the window ledge. The ceramic is dormant, heavy and deep, wrapped in a layer of porcelain sleep. But the kettle is humming, a rising degree, preparing a spark for the vessel and me. Now I'm waking the porcelain, warming the clay, chasing the ghosts of the evening away. As the white turns to amber, the heat starts to bloom, bringing the color back into the room. From the cold of the shelf to the palm of my hand, the gentlest wake-up call ever planned. The first drop echoes a hollow ring, then a muffled song that the dark roasts sing. I watch as the steam starts to soften the glaze, like a fog lifting off of the coming days. It's no longer a kitchen, it's a sanctuary, where the weight of the morning feels light and airy. Just a simple cup, but it's holding the sun before the real work has even begun. It doesn't take much to stir up the soul, to feel the fragmented pieces turn whole. Just the thrum of the bean and the pulse of the heat, making the stillness feel bittersweet and sweet. Yeah, I'm waking the porcelain, warming the clay, chasing the ghosts of the evening away. As the white turns to amber, the heat starts to bloom, bringing the color back into the room. From the cold the shelf to the palm of my hand, the gentlest wake-up call ever planned. Good morning, old friend, you're glowing again, holding the warmth through the thick and the thin, waking the porcelain. The day's moving in, but we'll take our time. Yeah, we'll take our time. Ooh. The world is a watercolor, bleeding through the pain, a muted wash of charcoal and a steady ripping rain. I've got my back against the corner, my knees against the wood, deep inside a silence that I finally understood. The street lamps are flickering, dying in the gray, but the glow from the monitor is holding them at bay. I'm anchored by the glass and the chill of the air, building up a fortress in the high back chair. Every drop that hits the surface is a second ticking by, underneath the heavy ceiling of a low and silver sky. The friction of the city is 1,000 miles away. I'm sinking in the shadows where the heavy thoughts stay. It's the window seat weather, cold and perfectly still. The universe is resting on my granite windowsill. I'm chasing down the dead, I'm weaving through the lines while the atmosphere and focus beautifully aligned. No thunder in the distance, just the static of the flow, watching all the patterns start to shimmer and to grow. Locked inside the logic, tucked away from the crowd. In the window seat weather, I'm a head inside a cloud. The ink on the ledger is a deep and steady blue, matching every shade of the perspective I pursue. I don't hear the sirens, I don't feel the time, just the mountain of the mission that I'm starting to climb. My breath leaves a ghost on the corner of the glass, watching all the trivialities and distractions pass. The rhythm of the rainfall is a metronome for me, setting up the cadence of the things I need to be. Let the storm keep its distance, let the mist keep its hold. I'm refining all the silver, I'm digging for the gold. There's a safety in the grain, it's a comfort in the rain that clears away the clutter and the cobwebs in the brain. It's the window seat weather, cold and perfectly still. The universe is resting on my granite windowsill. I'm chasing down the dead, I'm weaving through the lines while the atmosphere and focus beautifully aligned. No thunder in the distance, just the static of the flow, watching all the patterns start to shimmer and to grow. Locked inside the logic, tucked away from the crowd. In the window seat weather, I'm a head inside a cloud. The glass is cold, the mind is burning bright. I'm halfway through the tunnel and I'm reaching for the light. Just me and the weather and the window seat view, seeing everything clear, seeing everything new. Ooh. city is a blueprint etched in frosted glass, watching all the early commuters start to pass. But up here on the counter, the world is small and still, a porcelain valley on a granite windowsill. I'm mapping out the morning by the heat within my hands, a little clay kingdom where nobody makes demands. And we're building a life in a ceramic skyline, where the steam meets the light in a soft gold line. The skyscrapers wait, but the mug is my home, a quiet white mountain captain, cinnamon foam. Let the hours wait their turn, let the sirens fade away. We're living in the curve of a cup today. There's a chip on the rim from a Tuesday long ago, a memory of laughter in the kitchen, steady glow. I pour in the velvet, watch the black turn into tan, the simplest architecture of a Sunday morning plan. No steel or cold concrete, just the weight of the glaze, holding back the pressure of the coming busy days. The horizon is jagged with the roofs and the spires, but here there's a comfort that never quite tires. Just the warmth of the kiln and the swirl of the spoon, creating a planet in a small afternoon. Yeah, we're building a life in a ceramic skyline, where the steam meets the light in a soft gold line. The skyscrapers wait, but the mug is my home, a quiet white mountain captain, cinnamon foam. Let the hours wait their turn, let the sirens fade away. We're living in the curve of a cup today. So pour me another, let the city stand tall inside this handle. I don't feel small at all, just a ceramic skyline painted in blue, a cozy kind of skyline, just me and you. The morning is a green tinted haze through the front, tangled in the leaves and the chemical bonds. The chlorophyll is drinking up the early morning light, while I'm sifting through the wreckage of a long and heavy night. The air is clean and quiet, filtered through the lace of the Boston fern that shadows every corner of this space. I set the beaker down, hear the click against the stone. In this garden of the mind, I am never quite alone. There's a purity in oxygen, a sharpness in the breath, chasing out the mental fog and putting doubt to death. The water hits the paper, a slow and steady bleed, refining all the knowledge into everything I need. Underneath the fern and filter, the focus starts to climb, a slow motion distillation of the essence of my time. starts to clarify the mind. I'm pruning back the hedges of the trivial and small, until the central theory is the only thing at all. The humidity is rising, a soft and tropical heat, keeping the momentum and the rhythm in the beat. One is breathing out what the other's breathing in, a perfect cycle starting right back where it did begin. Life inside the vessel, light inside the eye, building up a forest underneath a plastic sky. Underneath the fern and filter, the focus starts to climb, a slow motion distillation of the essence of my time, tracing every jagged leaf and every hidden vein, while the logic starts to settle in the center of the brain. No grid inside the system, no static in the soul, just a clean-cut path toward a singular goal. In the emerald silence, where the thoughts are growing wild, between the fern and filter, I am finally reconciled. The glass is clear, the leaves are still. I found the steady center of a disciplined will, just the fern and the filter, and the oxygen I find in the deep green study of a concentrated mind. Of a concentrated mind. The lamp throws a halo on the desk's worn grain, blocking out the rhythm of the window tap rain. 1,000 black rivers of ink on the page, trying to find the wisdom of a different age. World is a murmur, frequency low, as I follow the ink where the heavy thoughts go. The spine of the book gives a weary little creak. I'm hunting for the answers that I'm bound to seek, beyond the bold letters and the printed lines. I'm building a ladder with a logical lines. In the margin notes, that's where I live, giving back the focus that I have to give, translating the silence into something I know, watching the seeds of a theory start to grow between the formal structure and the white space light. I'm carving out a kingdom in the middle of the night, just a pen and a prayer and a sharp, steady mind, leaving the noise of the world behind. Arrowheads pointing to a phrase I need to keep, while the rest of the neighborhood is buried in sleep. Crosshatching shadows on a diagram of stars, forgetting Forgetting the traffic and the sirens and the cars. The coffee is a cold drag at the bottom of the glass, but I don't feel the minutes or the hours as they pass. It's the short end of a soul trying to understand the complex architecture of a master plan. A dialogue in pencil, a question in the lead, connecting the living to the words of the dead. That I have to give, translating the silence into something I know, watching the seeds of a theory start to grow between the formal structure and the white space light. I'm carving out a kingdom in the middle of the night, just a pen and a prayer and a sharp, steady mind, leaving the noise of the world behind. The dawn is a sliver under the door, but I've got 10 pages, maybe 20 more, just the margin notes where the truth gets clear. I've found my way home, and I'm staying here.
The sun hasn't climbed past the neighbor's roof yet. The world is a stage that hasn't been set. I'm standing in slippers, a one-man show, in the soft hum light of the stove's low glow. I talk to the shadows, I talk to the air, while I pull a wood chair and just settle there. The beans hit the grinder, a sharp, sudden crack, and there's no turning around, and there's no looking back. I'm whispering plans to the shadow-filled corners, to the dreamers, the sleepers, and the early day mourners. It's a solo performance, a quiet soliloquy between the dark of the kitchen and the spirit in me. It's a morning roast monologue, a story in steam, the space in between the real world and the dream. I'm rehearsing the hours, I'm finding my part with a bittersweet rhythm and a caffeinated heart. Just me and the kettle and the truths I can't hide. In the morning roast monologue, I'm finally on my side. The water starts spinning, the silver tongue swirl, drowning the noise of a fast-moving world. I tell the ceramic about all my fears, how the days turn to months and the months turn to years. But the scent of the hazelnut calms every nerve as I follow the lines of the handle's soft curve. No critics are watching, no curtains will rise, just the steam and the sleep in my heavy lidded eyes. The fridge gives a shudder, the clock gives a tick. The plot of the morning is starting to stick. I'm finding the lyrics, I'm finding the rhyme.
protected from time. It's a morning roast monologue, a story in steam. The space in between the real world and the dream. I'm rehearsing the hours, I'm finding my part, with a bittersweet rhythm and a caffeinated heart. Just me and the kettle, and the truths I can't hide. In the morning roast monologue, I'm finally on my side. The monologue's over, the cup's nearly dry. The first hint of blue is invading the sky. But I said what I needed, I found what was true, in a kitchen for one. Before I see you. The walls are lined with leather and the scent of ancient dust. The gears of the clock are quiet, settling their rust. I'm sitting in the velvet where the emerald shadows creep, while the rest of the world is buried 10 fathoms into sleep. The desk is an island, a heavy slab of oak, where the only thing that's moving is a thin trail of smoke. I'm descending through the layers, through the silt and through the stone, into a greenlit grotto where the truth is finally known. There's a softness in the silence, a carpet for the mind, leaving the jagged edges of the daylit world behind. The frequency is changing, the air is getting thick, with a slow and steady pulse, a rhythmic velvet tick. I'm listening to moss-covered melodies humming in the roots, trading in the noise for the pursuit of quiet fruits. It's a lo-fi vibration, a resonance of green, navigating spaces that I felt but never seen. No sharp-edged distractions, no hollow ringing bells, just the wisdom of the earth in its deep and dampish shells. In the overgrowth of logic, I'm finding my degree, lost in the moss-covered melodies. Every word I'm reading is a seed inside the dark, waiting for the focus to provide the living spark. The ink is turning velvet, it's spreading like a vine, wrapping round the theories until their heartbeat matches mine. The coffee's gone to moss, it's a cool and earthy brew, but I'm fueled by the patterns that are breaking into view. I'm tracing out the fractals, I'm mapping out the bloom, in the forest of the library, in the garden of this room. It's the sound of time decaying into something rich and deep, a promise that the focused mind is a promise it can keep. The slower that I move, the further I can see, through the tangled branches of my own philosophy. I'm listening to moss-covered melodies humming in the roots, trading in the noise for the pursuit of quiet fruits. It's a lo-fi vibration, a resonance of green, air is damp and still. I've found the quiet center of a long forgotten will. Just the moss and the music and the roots beneath the floor. I've found what I was seeking, and I don't need nothing more. The sky is a heavy curtain drawn across the town, but up here in the attic, the world is upside down. I'm inches from the shingles beneath the slanted beams, where the clouds are spilling over and leaking through my dreams. The textbooks make a circle, a fortress on the rock. I'm leaning in a silence, giving every thought a tug. The ink is flowing steady, a dark and narrow creek, while the ceiling starts to mutter and the ancient rafters creak. It's a resonant vibration, a hollow wooden ring, the song of 1,000 silver wires beginning to sing. The chatter of the city is drowned beneath the flood, as the cadence of the storm starts to settle in my blood. I'm lost in the rooftop rainfall, the drumming on the lid, finding all the answers that the daylight always hid. It's a rhythmic isolation, a white noise for the soul, watching all the scattered parts turn back into a whole. No horizon in my vision, just the rafters and the page, a quiet kind of fire in a rain-slicked wooden cage. Underneath the drumming, where the focus hits the peak, in the rooftop rainfall, I find the words I seek. The highlighter's a lantern in the gray and misty gloom. I'm building up an empire in the corner of this room. I don't need a clock to tell me how the hours pass. I can hear it in the tempo of the water on the glass. Every splash is a comma, every gust is a sign that I'm moving past the surface. I'm crossing every line. The cold is on the outside, but the mind is burning white, mapping out the blueprints in the center of the night. It's the gravity of purpose, it's the pressure of the sky, it's the reason for the how and the power in the why. Let the storm be louder, let the gutters overflow. The deeper it gets outside, the further I can go. I'm lost in the rooftop rainfall, the drumming on the lid, finding all the answers that the daylight always hid. It's a rhythmic isolation, a white noise for the soul, watching all the scattered parts turn back into a whole. No horizon in my vision, just the rafters and the page, a quiet kind of fire in a rain-slicked wooden cage. Underneath the drumming, where the focus hits the peak, in the rooftop rainfall, I find the words I seek. The rhythm is my anchor, the rain is my retreat. I found a steady sanctuary off the city street. Just the rooftop rainfall and the ink upon the grain. gaze at the falling rain. Sky turned the color of a faded ink wash blue, just as the first chapter was starting to break through. I opened up the window just an inch above the sill to let the scent of ozone chase away the winter chill. That dusty rising vapor, the breath of the dry ground, it's the only frequency where my focus can be found. I lay my pens in parallel, I center every page, while the storm begins to whisper on its endlessly stage. It's a chemical reaction, the earth begins to bleed, the exact kind of energy a heavy mind might need. The dust is settling down, the air is getting clear, the static in my head is starting to disappear. To the rhythm of Petrich or piano, a symphony of raindrops in a silver gray soprano. Every hammer on the wire is a drop upon the stone, building up a logic that I've never clearly known. No lyrics in the melody, no clutter in the sound, just the scent of the arrival and the focus I have found between the black keys and the white and the falling of the rain. I'm washing out the shadows in the corners of my brain. The ledger is a landscape where the blue lines never end. The storm is a collaborator, a steady-handed friend. I'm mapping out the variables, I'm tracing every ghost in the moments when the downpour is hitting me the most. The coffee's long forgotten, a cold ring on the wood, but the architecture of the thought is finally understood. The deeper the clouds get, the brighter the spark, a neon-lit intuition glowing in the dark. The piano tempo increases, a flurry of notes like a sudden squall, then settles back into a deep, resonant chord. It's the smell of the beginning, it's the sound of the release, it's the violent kind of weather that brings the deepest peace. When the thirst of the pavement meets the mercy of the sky, I find the how and wherefore and the where and the why. I'm working to the rhythm of Petrich or piano, a symphony of raindrops in a silver gray soprano. Every hammer on the wire is a drop upon the stone, building up a logic that I've never clearly known. No lyrics in the melody, no clutter in the sound, just the scent of the arrival and the focus I have found between the black keys and the white and the falling of the rain. I'm washing out the shadows in the corners of my brain. The street is dark and glistening, the mind is wide awake. I found the kind of clarity that the morning couldn't fake, just the Petrich or piano and the dampness in the air. The solution is a melody, and I'm almost there.